Hi and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to do things just a little bit different. I had a bit of hiccup. I hate technology. Just cause a second before I get into this topic. I hate technology so much. I bought this flip screen. If you've watched my past episodes, I spoke about that. And it's not working. This is the second time I'm using it and it's not working properly. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is I have not been around much and my title will say as such. So here we go. Hi and welcome for joining me. If you've been here before, you know I have this art channel and I talk about art topics and I paint and I do little tutorial, I guess, talk through videos of my art. So that's what I am not doing today, but I will be doing in the coming future. So I have not been around much and there's a reason for that. I have my computer here to kind of like help me along so I don't get off track, which I've already gotten off track. But as the title says, I think I'm going to use this title. I won the lottery and it was a bit of a clickbait. I did not win the lottery. I do play the lottery though, so I can possibly win, but I won the algorithm lottery for Instagram, not for YouTube. And I've been working so hard for the past couple months, even over a year, to win the YouTube algorithm lottery, but I haven't won it yet. But let me explain what happened. So I will put somewhere on the screen my Instagram and so you can see what really happened. It was in June and it's been a month I think since I posted, but it was in June month. I was looking at the devastation that happened in, where was it? Carriacou, which is one of the islands of Grenada. I have a family over there. I was going to say following, but I have family over there. Not in Carriacou, but the whole island, Grenada and the Grenadines and Carriacou. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put it somewhere around here, what it's called. But anyway, it was devastating. It's a very small island off the coast of Grenada, and I was just like, how can we solve this issue of housing being destroyed, smashed to the ground, with correct architecture for the region. The environment is changing. Yes, we're trying to be more proactive with sustainable living and to try to help the environment so that we can live in it not happily, but to a level where we can live at least comfortably enough. So I said, let me look into this particular type of construction called earth shelter homes. I looked for earth mound homes, not earth shelter, and earth shelter came up. So I looked online a little bit and then I said, let me go to YouTube and see what is there. Now I've heard of this. I don't even know where I heard of it initially. Now, mind you, I went to architecture school, okay? And yeah, I went to architecture school. I didn't learn about that particular type of housing. I've heard about sustainable construction and architecture and all that stuff. But to me, the little that I got exposed to it, it didn't really feel like sustainability that really counts. So I never really wasn't that interested. It just felt like extra fluff just to say that it's coded, just to give you an extra thing to study for and to add to your resume. Because as it is, in order for you to be considered a licensed architect, you need to take like at least 5 exams, which I think is preposterous considering engineers only take 2 exams. Yeah, that's just my tidbit. Anyway, and to be honest, engineers, like, what they actually are the ones that structurally decides what architecture can really work, to sustain life. So what they do is way more, now I won't say it's way more important than architects, but we are the design side and they're like the math and structural side. So anyways, that's a tidbit about architecture. So I said, you know what, let me look into, what are ways to have a better housing. So I looked into earth shelter homes. Now I went to YouTube. YouTube is like the next step to see what people are talking about this particular thing. And so I looked into it and I was just blown away by some of the creative, interesting, innovative ideas that I saw on YouTube. And I was just blown. So I said, you know what? I have this Instagram that blew up years ago. Not years ago, just a few years ago. It blew up just a little bit. It got to like 4,000 followers. And I switched it over to my art stuff. So if you've been looking my Instagram page for my art, it's quite a small following, but it's growing. Anyways, I said, you know what? Let me switch that page back to architecture stuff because I switched to my art stuff. And let me post about this earth shelter idea because I think it's really cool and people need to know about it. Boom. So I decided, okay, let me take like a 30-minute snippet from one of Kirsten's, I don't remember her last name, her videos on YouTube, and just take a little 30 seconds of it. I think it was 30 seconds, and I put like a text to go alongside with it. And I did that. And I didn't really pay too much mind. I posted it and I just went on my business. So it started to go a little viral. I was like, oh, okay, because I've experienced something going viral. It would get like maybe like 1,000 views, 1,000 likes or something like that. That's what happened when the last time we went to 4,000 followers. Okay, so one day it was just keep liking. I got like and then the following was going up, and then okay, one day passed, then a second day passed, a third day passed, and it just kept going. I had like within the first week, I had to take my notifications off, my notification alerts off for Instagram because my phone just kept buzzing. Buzzing. A few days passed, then a week passed, and I was like, holy smokes, this post just went viral. I think a week I was at like what, 10,000? I don't even recall. I have like the history log on Instagram. They have like a projector. I can see how, and then week after week I would just get like how many followers? I would get 100 followers a week, I think. No, sorry, 1,000 a week. So it was really a lot, and then it started to slow down at like 30 something. Then went back viral again, and it just kept, because it was relating to so many people. So what I put in the post is I put never have to pay for heating and cooling again. And I spoke about, well, I didn't speak about it. The guy in the video spoke about how the temperature in his house stays between 65 degrees and between 65 75 degrees in a year. And that's like so good. Like you don't need heat. Well, you may need heating, but you may not need cooling. The comments were hilarious. It was educational. So many amazing people commented. I even got liked by Paris Jackson. I was like, okay, this is bonkers. I ended up getting to 9.4 million views on that one post. I grew to 40,000 new followers. And then I started to slow down because I was like, okay, maybe I can schedule this out. Maybe like I can schedule it out, like maybe do 3 posts a week. Because I think once I started doing 3 posts a week, because I had ideas after it went viral, which was really good. I had really good, because of my discipline with YouTube and being able to be creative and also posting for my job on their Instagram. I already had the initiative, and I had the zeal, and I had the knowledge of how to come up with ideas. Now, here is the problem. For anyone who is trying to pick a social media platform to go viral on, Instagram is good for opportunities, but since this genre that I started getting popular in with went viral with Earth Shelter is such a it's not new. It's definitely not a new concept, but people don't really know about it like that. And so my page is more of an educational page. And so I have to do a lot of research. I have to do a lot of looking up books, coming up with ideas for reels. And I was getting burnt out. Seriously. And guess what? Instagram don't pay you. So my one reel, which is not my content, original content, I remixed it. I just adding the text in there. But I've since then I've made other content that I put together, pictures and images and stuff, not of my original, and it's gotten views. Now here's the thing. I am trying to make my own original content, which is like through doing interviews, doing podcasts, collaborating with others. That is the hardest thing to do. I was going to vent a little bit on the Instagram, but I didn't want to bring that energy to that page. It's a very positive page. And this is also a very positive page, but this is like, I feel like I can be myself here because YouTube, you can talk about something that others are relating to about, especially when it comes to content creation on YouTube, more so like Instagram. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I've been. And as I said before, monetarily, you don't get anything from Instagram unless they put you in one of their bonus programs, which I'm not part of. So the whole idea of me getting into a social media platform for opportunities, for a side hustle thing isn't quite panning out the way I would like to on Instagram when it comes to this page. However, I can see way, way, way down the road where it could be beneficial. Like if my whole life was in order, not that my life isn't in order, but let's say that I was living the way that I would love to live in terms of living where I want to live, living quite comfortably. I can do whatever I want, wherever I want, whenever. This page would actually be fun to do. The page on Instagram, just something fun to do, read and learn and just do it for whatever, it would be great. But being that I am not in that state of mind where I am not that comfortable in my life financially, I am stuck. There's a conundrum, when it comes to that page. Now, this YouTube channel, and I don't want to go on too much longer because I feel like I've been talking for some time, but I haven't done a video in like months, so I feel like I'm kind of owe the little followers that I have a bit of an explanation. But when I go back and look, I can have this video to like reflect on. So I'm really grateful for the followers there. I don't have like a fixed schedule for Instagram. I feel like because I don't come up with ideas for that page, I want the reels to make sense, and I want it to be informative, relatable, educational. So it's a much harder page to make content for versus this page. The content is me talking to the camera and also my art, and that's original content, but I'm not getting any traction with that. Even though I've seen people getting they're getting traction. But anyway, that is where I've been. I won the algorithm lottery for the wrong but I appreciate the followers there because I will say, as I said, Instagram is great for opportunity. So many people have gotten amazing opportunities from Instagram, like sponsorships, people reaching out. I have had one organization reach out to me, and that's something I'll be working on in the future. But that's it.
That's it.
And in my heat transfer class, I learned that if you built a house underground, that you wouldn't need to heat and cool it. Check this out.
Wow.
Because if you bury it, it's 65 degrees year round. I wanted to have an upper level entrance just to make it cool and From the street, you have no clue what you're walking into.
So yeah, I have to start back producing art. I will be doing more outdoor art soon because the summer is coming to a close, so the weather will be much nicer outside. So I am very happy about that because it was impossible to do art outside this summer. It was just too hot. So yeah, so I won the algorithm lottery. I didn't actually win the lottery, which is something I definitely do want. I do play the lottery. You gotta play to win if you want to.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
So yeah, that's where I've been. So I'll be getting back into the art stuff. Hopefully I will have 2 videos out this week, but we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll see if I can paint tomorrow and yeah, or next week. So this one is coming out and then I'll do another video with me painting. So I have to get back into making original content and just, you know, posting on my that Instagram. That's the plan, I guess. Posting on that Instagram more meaningful content, which I do post, meaningful, educational, relatable content. And you can go check it out. The Instagram page is called All Things Architectural, and you can learn a lot about each shelter homes. We need to build more awareness of this construction style. I feel like at least 40% of homes should be built this way. I feel so strongly about it. At least 40. It would be wonderful to get it to maybe 60%. And I say only 60% because this style of housing can only work in specific environments and not all areas you can build like that. I feel like it requires people to have more space to spread out. You can understand the landscape. So say, you know, a small tract plot of land will not work well because you need to look, it works, let me just put it this way. It works better for a person that has maybe at least 10 acres of land and someone go out on the land and understand the land, how it's moving, how everything is, so they can pick a great spot to place the house. Now, people who have a smaller lot, they can do a different style of, they can do a different style of earth shelter home where it's not required that you understand how the land grades. It could be more above ground, and then you can I call it earthen the roof, so it has soil on top of it, grass on top of it, whatever kind of vegetation on top of it. Nothing too crazy with deep roots. And you can put earth on top and you can have the roof or whatever be like a dome. That's my favorite style anyway. I do have a playlist for all the videos I've seen on YouTube and I will put it in the description box. It's for another YouTube channel that I have called Earth Shelter Homes. And that's where I have all the playlists of stuff I found all over YouTube. So you have a one-stop shop where you can get awesome earth shelter home videos and ideas. So that's it for now. Thank you for joining. Please do follow, like, and share. I know some people came over from Instagram. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you didn't know what happened with the Instagram and how I ended up, you know, how this whole thing happened with Instagram, you can find that here. But I'll be getting back into painting on this page and getting back into working hard on this. So thanks again. I will see you in the next one. Toodles!